This is my 2018 Camry XLE, and I am going to show you how to install the mud flaps, splash guards, mud guards, whatever you want to call them today. Anyhow, you can see it adds quite a bit to the look of the vehicle. It'll protect the underbody there from stones getting kicked up and stuff getting in the rear fender, which apparently is an issue, as I found out. Anyhow, I'm going to show you how to put these things on. And I've already done it on one side, and now I'm going to start on this side. The first step is to remove the wheels. Be safe, put jack stands under there as well. And I'll be back to you in a moment as soon as I've done it on this side. Before I get started, I just wanted to go over. I picked up mine. They are part number PU 06003180TP. That is the complete set front and rear for the XL, XE series. They probably a very similar installation for the SEs, but it is a little different. It comes with all four mud flaps, a package for the front and the rear installation, and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull out these two push pins. You can either be real careful about it with a flathead screwdriver, or you can get in there with some body tools if you've got some body tools. You do have to be careful, otherwise you'll snap the heads off of them, which if it happens, it's not a big deal because you can get in, you just push out the piece that broke out and push it all the way through if you do break the head out. But this isn't, believe it or not, the fronts are actually easier than the rears. There's more things you got to do for the rears to get them running. So you're going to pull them out. You're not going to need them anymore. And then the other thing you're going to do is a 10mm socket or wrench and pull out these screw here, and there's one screw right underneath. One of which you're not going to use again. The other one you will. It doesn't matter, they're both the same. So what you're going to do now is, comes with two spring clips for each side on the front. You're going to lean that forward and you're going to pull this up, and you're going to put with the curved side toward the back of the car, away from the screws, in the little holes there that were there for the push pins. There's one there, and there's another one here for that one. So what used to be push pins is now going to be screws. And with that, I'm going to get the stuff. Now that those spring clips are in, you're going to take one of those 10mm back and you're going to put it back underneath. Okay, now that that's in place, you're going to go ahead and put this roughly into place. And there are two types of screws that they've included with the kit. Can't tell it much, but one's thinner than the other. The thin ones are the ones that's going to go into those spring clips you just put in. So, put that in. And I wouldn't tighten them just yet. Remember, you do have to do that though. It's just, you want to ensure that everything else is tight before you lock yourself into position. So, anyhow, I'm just going to put them kind of snug. All right. So, you've got one there. So you're going to put a thick screw into that position. And now you're going to do some drilling. You're going to have to drill one hole for the underneath, and you're going to have to drill one hole that goes right here. They're two different sizes, so pay attention to the instructions. I think it's 9/32 and 5/16. Anyhow, I'm going to go set up for that. Okay, the first hole, the one here in the front of the flap, is a 5/16. Now I've turned the steering wheel to the right to get the rotor and everything out of the way. And just enough to get through the plastic is all that's necessary. And then there's two grommets that these came with. One of which you see is smaller than the other, so this is a largest drill bit. So you're going to put in and lock that in place. Now underneath, you're going to take the smaller drill and you are going to drill that hole from underneath. So remember to place your jack out of the way a little bit. Okay, so there's that. Now you take the smaller of the two push pins, push that up and through, lock it down. It's got a Phillips head, so and there it is. Your front splash mud guard, splash guard, mud flap, whatever, is now installed. So we're gonna start on the rear. That's actually a little bit more involved. So anyhow, you can see, and up underneath, you can see that one installed. Okay, I'm gonna put it on pause while I get set up and back. Okay, so once again, there's a grommet underneath that you have to pull loose. And there it is. This will be discarded. And see here? That's one of the reasons I do this. There's all kinds of crap in there. Just build up over the time. And this should help prevent that. Anyhow, there is a spring clip that you're going to have to put in there. Once again, the curved end, as you can see, that'll go away from where the screw is going to get. The liner here goes between that and the bumper. Okay? Now, one thing that they don't talk about is, see that square hole there? There's nothing in the instructions except they provide this square grommet. It needs something in place. You see it in a picture on the instructions, but they don't ever say anywhere in the instructions to install it. So, anyhow, install that plastic grommet there. So, like I said, the curved goes away from where the screw is. Obviously, I didn't have enough coffee today because right after I told you, I went ahead and did it wrong. Okay, so anyhow, make sure that all this is in place. And now you can take the bumper, or the splash guard, mud flap, whatever you want to call it. And that, there's a tab here. That tab goes behind the plastic of the bumper. Like that. Okay? And you can pretty much predict everything else that's going to go here. But anyhow, it comes with 3 thick screws. Those are going to go where these grommets are, including the one you just put in place. So one is going to go here. One is going to go here. And one is going to go there. Although you can't see it, that's where we installed that square mounted grommet. So we're going to go ahead and put these, lock these in place, keep them up snug. Make sure that screw is square. And I knew I was going to do that. Probably boring you all, but anyhow. And that last one, so you're going to have to go through that felt liner at the end of that grommet. Okay, you've got one thin screw that's going to go into that spring clip we installed from underneath. So it's going to go through the bottom of the mud flap, splash guard, whatever, through the liner and into that spring clip. Okay. All right, I gotta get my drill. Be right back. Okay, if you did it the same order as you did the front, with the big of their 2 drill bits first, the 5/16, you'll have the smaller one ready to go. And that's what we're doing here in this last one. Pretty easy. But take this last push pin, get that in there, give a good push, tighten it up, and she's snug. And you're done. You'll have to reinstall the wheels. Remember, about 76 foot-pounds on the XLE for the lug nuts, and you should be good to go. And you'll have a sportier looking car, and it'll keep kind of the crap out there, and it'll look good. Have a great day. So this is the finished project. Nice and tight. I think it adds to the look. And yeah, the car's filthy. But anyhow, you can see. And hopefully I've helped you install your mud guards. Have a great day and enjoy life a little.